What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Slip 1-2 podcast. It's your boy Peter with my homie
Rob.
Today we talking about the Terence Crawford and the Errol Spence bullshit that's going on.
Yes, definitely some bullshit.
We be right back. All right, man. So what y'all think, man? Y'all think this fight gonna happen? You think it ain't gonna happen? You think this Terence fight is real? If Earl is gonna fight somebody, who you think Earl gonna fight? What you think?
Okay, this is what I think about it. Okay, what you say about is Earl gonna fight anyone? I think that's the biggest issue, is because Earl was expecting to fight on the 19th. He wanted to fight on the 19th, and I think he had someone else. Yeah, the 19th of November.
Right.
He wanted to fight on the 19th of November, and he had either Crawford or he had another opponent in mind.
Right.
The issue is I think when it got close to it, Terence Crawford gave the goal that it's an agreement that, yo, I'm gonna fight you.
Right.
And I think
like
that's
a verbal agreement.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out, oh man, it's gonna be this. We gonna fight. I agree to all the terms. Just fix this right here.
Mm-hmm.
In that process, he signed a different contract.
Mm-hmm.
And Earl, and it just came, and that just came out. And Earl like, yo man, like I could have.
Everybody was like that.
Yeah, everybody. The world is like that right now. I'm tell you the truth. And so Earl was like, well, but Earl really got blindsided. Like,
right.
What Earl, Al Heyman, they say Showtime, because Steven Espinosa been going off about it.
Right.
So, me personally, I think he messed up so bad with this deal that they may never come to the table again with him with talks like that. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? But
I believe they will come back as long as neither one of them lose. It's still the biggest fight to be made.
Now, this is the biggest issue I have with a lot of the fans right now. Okay, Crawford is fighting this guy, Anavacia, whatever his name is. No one knows his name.
Yeah, dude came out of nowhere.
And I understand everyone mad that he just came out of nowhere fighting nobody. But then other fans are coming back at Earl like, okay, well, since Crawford got to fight, why don't you fight Boots, Virgil? All the hard fights is going to Earl, and this dude can fight this bum. And this is the funniest part about the guy that Crawford is fighting. This guy got the brakes beat off of him by Green Machine, who Crawford beat the brakes off of. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, when I'm finding out all this information, I'm just like, it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt of what he's doing.
So just to go back to what you said, if Earl is the man at the division, like he's getting paid, like he's the man, he's getting a higher percentage, then people want him to have the tougher fights that should be expected, right?
Yeah, but if the second man of the division is Terence Crawford, okay, and there's multiple guys that's at the top, and you're number two, then they expect the top two guys to fight everybody in the top five. You fought someone that's like not even on the Richter scale, basically.
So is the fight official?
They saying it. I mean,
so we trying to figure out if the fight is even official or not. We still don't know, but it's looking like it.
But
right.
yeah, looking like
everybody
it is.
reacting and upset like it is. So we gonna see. But do you think Earl gonna fight somebody?
The reason, he's not fighting nobody this year.
You don't think so?
And this is my thing. Earl said he's doing one more fight and going up to 54, regardless.
Right.
So even if they do fight, if Earl fight again, if it ain't Crawford, then he's moving up anyway. So Crawford gonna have to move if you want that fight with Earl.
Right.
So. And they looking at
so like moving to 154, if they for Terence or Earl for that 154, who you think the advantage goes to?
It definitely goes to Earl.
Yeah,
because they already said Earl is way stronger and more a threat. Cause you gotta think
would he be slower?
They say he started out at 52. He moved down to 47.
Yeah.
They say from what I hear, they say Derrick James says that he's more of a threat. Charlo said that he's more of a threat at 54.
Charlo's so funny to me because he don't want none of that smoke at all.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is also Terence coming down from he came up from what 30?
Yeah.
So going up another weight class.
Then I saw an interview with Bob Arum and they was asking Bob Arum like who fault he think it is, and he was like, I don't blame Al Heyman. I don't blame nobody on the PBC side. It's just really somebody don't have a promoter. And I was kind of feeling him for a while, like, yeah, that's a good point. Like, it could be a little bit more difficult. But, and I started thinking about it, like, well, of course Bob's going to say that. Just playing devil's advocate to the situation.
Yeah.
And, like, regardless of how annoying it is or how messed up the situation is, like, say hypothetically, if Terrence do pull off the fight without a promoter, it's going to piss a whole lot of people off because there's going to be a lot of people getting cut out of that pay. Usually, typically, as a manager, promoter, everybody getting their cuts in. But if he doing it, well, they say he with this new TV channel, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, but that's the scenario for all the PPC guys. Basically, Al Heyman they're their own promoters, and Al Heyman is just an advisor for them. So it's the same scenario. He just needs an advisor. The problem with Terence Crawford is the advisor that he picked is a doggone assassin for the other world. Like he make a lot of good business decisions, but he make a lot of bad ones too, man. Like, and it's always coming out. You know what I'm saying? Where he got his money, but some kind of way he lost in the.
I always like the good guys to this whole scenario. I always look at Top Rank as kind of like the little shady characters that's been doing it for so long. Mm-hmm. So when I say the powers that be, I always mean like the Golden Boys, the Top Ranks, the Bellas, I don't even know.
I think they all got their own
shit with them.
Yeah, shit with them. Yeah, because I think even Al Heyman. Yeah, I don't think it is as bad. I think the guys get their shot, but I think the problem with PBC is they got too many fighters.
Right.
So what it is when you got a good fighter and you got all these other good fighters, because they got all the good fighters, and trying to maneuver these guys around each other, and people like the people at the other places, at the other promotional companies, are looking at these fighters and being like, okay, well, we're going to fight all these bums that we got. They ain't got no bums to fight. But when they take a loss over there at the PBC, the other guys are like, well, you lost to this guy. Right. But you at this other promotional company talking on the other side of the street, but you won't fight none of those guys that this guy just lost to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it puts them in a bind of like, you can't really tell who are the better fighters because they're promoting good fighters over there that aren't fighting anybody.
So, just to be 100% transparent, I hope both of them fight some bums, just so neither one of them lose, so we can see the fight.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. But I don't think it's the fighting the bums going to be the issue. I think the issue is I don't think Earl's going to hang around. Like he just said, like, yo, man, I've been hanging around 47 for 10 years, man. Like no boxers does that. And it's only because everybody was ducking him for so long, and now he said it's hard for me to make that weight.
Yeah, and I saw that tweet he put out, like, y'all been here for so long, like, it ain't easy or it ain't fun.
Yeah, it ain't fun no more.
So, we definitely going to see if this happens. I'm looking for
I want to see him I'm like, 10 years, I want to see him in the other weight classes. I want to see what he going to do.
I definitely want to see this fight happen. I'm sure y'all want to see the same. You think this fight going to happen with Terrence and this guy? I don't even know his name.
I think that's a done deal.
You think it's gonna happen?
Yeah, Terrence definitely gonna fight that dude. Especially if they offering. I don't have faith in the company that's doing it, but at the end of the day, I think he'll take a chance on something like that.
They was talking to Oscar. Oscar said they said Oscar he got like a crazy amount of money for this fight, and Oscar said really, and he was like yeah. Oscar said well that really depends on the pay-per-views. We'll see what the buyers come in and see if he really get that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we, like you were saying the other day, we see what happened with Triller. Yeah, so.
But Triller actually had the pay-per-views and just still didn't pay the guys.
Yeah,
like this entity isn't a known entity for doing boxing, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially guaranteed them high amounts like that.
Mm-hmm. 10 million, like I don't know if that. I don't know if that. You know what? I think that's a number someone put out. I don't think that's a concrete. They said George Kambosos made $10 million when he fought Devin the first time, but it just came out he really made like 3.8.
So just so we clear on this topic, if this fight does go down, I love Earl. I'm gonna go with Terrence just to be the devil's advocate. Well, it's really 50-50 for me, but I think it's hilarious because he has been a Errol Spence fan since day one. Since he was out the diapers, he just knew this man was striking lightning.
Yep.
And hitting with thunder.
Man, the only loss he took was against a Ferrari.
Yeah. So we're going to see.
And he beat that because he back and running again. Where the Ferrari at?